is vengeance. He is the knight, and he's about to get served a cold, dark dish of revenge. It's time for the Screen Junkies roast of Batman, starring Alfred, Bane, Catwoman, Mr. Freeze, Christopher Nolan, Robin, and a very special guest. Give a bitter Gotham welcome to your host, Jared Leto's terrible Joker.
Well, you didn't expect to see this guy, did ya? That's right, it's me, the Joker you're all stuck with until someone puts DC out of its misery. I'm dangerous, like a nose piercing from Forever 21. Tonight, we're gathered together to honor my greatest enemy. He is vengeance. He is the night. He really misses his mommy. Ladies and gentlemen, the Batman. You wouldn't know it from our short, forced moment together, but you've always been a real pain in the dick. But tonight, woo, it's my turn. We're gonna show you what we can do, but don't worry, we're not gonna kill you. We're just gonna roast you really, really bad. Ow! Mr. Freeze is here? I didn't even know Terminators had a pride parade. Bane is here, Bane. You look like the world's meanest baby. Your mouth looks like a steampunk vagina. And how about putting your little paws together for Catwoman, huh? You really do remind me of a cat, because when I watched your Solo movie, I wanted to throw you in a burlap sack and drown you in a river. Even I think you're trying too hard. And I look like somebody cosplaying as the phrase, "Fuck you, Mom and Dad." We even got some of your friends here, Batsy, like Robin, the boy wonder himself. How is that the only thing that Batman can't afford is a pair of pants for this fucking kid? Robin's the leader of the Teen Titans. But when Batman unhooks his belt, this teen loosens. Alfred is here. Alfred is so old, the only way the Dark Knight rises is with 3 Viagra. Christopher Nolan is here. I've got a great idea for your next film, Chris. It's an original science fiction movie about a soulless robot with no understanding of emotion who learns to direct. I call it the Christopher Nolan story. And now, the man of the hour, the Caped Crusader, Batman. A man whose name strikes fear into the hearts of criminals, evildoers, and more recently, movie critics. In all seriousness, it's nice to take a night off from trying to destroy you. We've been at war for over 75 years now. I know that doesn't seem to add up, but I made a music video where I was on a boat with Skrillex and Rick Ross. So fuck it. Nothing has to make sense ever again. I actually wrote 75 more minutes worth of jokes, but what's the point? Those cucks at Warner Brothers will just edit it out anyway. Our first roaster is the second most important man here tonight. He's a real maid of honor. It's Alfred. Ta-da!
Thank you, Mr. Joker. You know, some men want to watch the world burn. But you look like you'd rather watch the world fade. Before we go on, allow me to address the elephant in the room. It's true, Bruce Wayne is Batman.
I'm not Batman.
You know, yeah.
Not the same person.
Come on, don't come off it, Bruce, come on. Who else in Gotham City has extensive martial arts training, never been rescued by Batman, and has enough money for a jet shaped like their own bloody head? Might as well call yourself Bruce Man. Young Master Robin, always a pleasure. When Master Bruce adopted you, I looked the other way. It's in the butler's code not to ask questions about any child brides your employer may take. It's true, it's true. You began life as an orphan circus freak, and somehow it all went downhill from there. I'm assuming you're supposed to be that version of Robin. That is, I can't keep track of all of you. Are you Dick, Jason, Tim, Damien, Carey? Holy child labour, does Master Bruce love molesting orphans? I mean collecting orphans. Yeah, that's it. Butler's code and whatnot. Speaking of perverts, Catwoman is here. Yeah, right. Ma'am, you smell like a tuna fish sandwich. For the last time, stop crawling around Wayne Manor dumpsters. What you and Batman do on the roofs of Gotham is your own sordid business. But if you're looking for any used condoms, try Jared Leto's trailer. Perhaps you'd feel more at home sneaking around the orgy mansion from Eyes Wide Shut. It's 3 mansions down. Just follow the sound of wet nutsack slapping against leather. Oh, Mr. Nolan. Always nice to meet a fellow Brit. Master Bruce isn't exactly an Anglophile. The other day, I told him I'd take the lift down to the Batcave, and he gets his little Batman voice on and says, "Alfred, stop calling it a lift. It's the Batsy-Upsy-Downsy box." Thank you for being here, Bane. And please give my thanks to Satan for lending you his pacifier. What accent do you think you're doing exactly? Is it British? Is it Puerto Rican? I don't know what you're doing. Talk like a bloody person. I don't know how many times you bumped your noggin trying to climb out of that pit, but you sound like Voldemort snogging Scooby-Doo in the ear. Mr. Freeze. Yeah. Yeah, right, yeah. A man named Freeze who makes things cold. You are easily Batman's least creative adversary. And he once fought a villain called Man-Bat, a man who was also a bat. Why do all you people need a gimmick? Is it the point to get away with crimes? When I steal from Master Bruce, it's not like I leave my monocle behind like some retarded Banksy project. Gee, Commissioner Gordon, I wonder who froze the Gotham Bank in ice. Could it be Mr. Heatwave? Wanker! And now it's Master Bruce's turn. I have tried my very best to be a good servant to you, sir. I've answered your phone, I've cooked your food, and I have polished your bat ball. But enough is enough. You claim you want to save Gotham. Poppycock. Thomas Wayne wanted to save Gotham. You curb-stomp, purse-snatching immigrants just to feel alive again. And you know what kills me? I've agreed to help you with this Batman foolishness. You could at least hire a separate butler to do all the butler shit. I'm a little worn out from building the Batmobile. After all, when you get stabbed, what happens? Do you go to the hospital? No. Instead, I have to stitch your prolapsed anus back into your body after you get hit with a mallet by a fucking clown. For fuck's sakes, did you know we have stables at Wayne Manor? Did you know that? Fully operational stables with horses. You forgot, didn't you? Well, guess what? So did I. I didn't feed them for 6 months because I was so busy helping you flap about town, and now they're dead. The stable of horses are dead. Master Bruce, now I have to bury them, or Robin will have his way with the back half of a Clydesdale. He's exploring himself. It's not like I'm well paid. I haven't had a raise since your parents died. I saved Gotham City from total annihilation at least 3 times last year, and I only made 15 grand. You have a helicopter you use once a year at most, and I drive to work in a fucking Corolla. And no, it's not a Bat Corolla because you put your bloody logo on it. The radio doesn't even work. Remember when you left Gotham? Before all this, before Batman. You were gone 7 years. 7 years I waited, hoping that you wouldn't come back. Every year I took a holiday. I went to Florence. There's this cafe on the banks of the Arno. Every fine evening I'd sit there and order a Fernie Bronco. I had this fantasy that I would look across the tables and I'd see someone reading a paper with the headline, Bruce Wayne dead. And I'd get to live at Wayne Manor, a wealthy single man. And nobody would ever kidnap me to bait out a trust fund kid in a bat suit. That dream didn't come true. But there's always hope that you'll die in the next movie. Sit down there.
Give it up for Alfred! All right, up next is another great Batman villain, which is one of those things you say just to be polite. Like, Heath Ledger was always a good actor. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for Bane!
In case you aren't familiar, I was born an orphan and raised in a giant hole. And if this Joker is what people on the outside think is cool, I should probably go back in. You have the worst tattoos I've ever seen, and I grew up in a prison. I knew a guy in the hole named Shitface. He used a hat nail to tattoo a piece of shit on his own face, and even he thought the damaged tat was a little over the top. Fuck, this thing's hard to talk through. Christopher, buddy, it looks cool, but you forgot to put a word hole in there. You're muffling all my brilliant Baneisms. Like the fire rises, or imagine the fire, or The roof is on fire. Or we didn't start the fire. It was already burning, we just kept it alive. The boy wonder Robin is here. You think you're special because you've been in a few fights at your age. In the hole, I made a necklace out of the ears of my enemies before I grew my first pube. I killed 50 men before I kissed a girl, and that girl was made out of ears ripped from my enemies. In the hole, children do not fight to become heroes. They fight to avoid becoming part of my ear girlfriend. From the cradle to the grave, we move to the feeble Alfred Pennyworth. Where I come from, we have a different name for the elderly. We call them food. You see, nobody lives long in the hole, for they are either consumed for protein or fall to a disease called living in a hole. We have very limited health care options. Thanks, Obama. Speaking of holes with serious problems, Catwoman is here. I spent my whole life having never seen the face of a woman, and then I met you. Holy moly, I came so hard my lungs exploded. Why do you think I wear this mask? You make me harder than trying to escape the hole, and that, I assure you, is incredibly difficult. Christopher Nolan. I understand you're a filmmaker. In the hole, we had no films until someone accidentally dropped a Chromecast down there. First time I saw a movie, I panicked because I thought it was sorcery. It's an act punishable by death in the League of Shadows. Long story short, I killed a lot of hole people and ruined Inception for everybody. Spoiler alert, that Tom Hardy is a piece of ass. I'm not gay, but as they say in the hole, if the hole fits. And now we move on to the Dark Knight of Gotham himself. Batman, you're a cunning strategist and a master of theatricality. But I found your one hidden weakness, getting the shit beaten out of you. You call yourself the Knight, but this is false. You merely adopted the darkness. I was born in it, molded in it. The hole you called a prison, I called it home. Hole, sweet hole, I'd always say. Boy, I had a lot of good times in the hole. Plotting revenge on whoever put me in the hole. Wondering what the sun felt like outside the hole. Making hole wine in the toilet. Learning karate from one of the blind hole ninjas. I even graduated from Hole High, class of '85. Go hole moles. You know, in my yearbook, I was voted most likely to escape the hole. I digress. Batman has a rule that he does not kill. Well, he doesn't go back to check if anyone's still alive either. Surely you don't think everyone survives your beatings? Do you know how many of my men are in the hospital because of you? None, because they're dead, brother. I could have easily killed you, but your punishment must be more severe. You must live knowing that behind your back, we all think your little Batman voice sounds really stupid. That's coming from me, a guy who sounds like Bane. You must live with the knowledge that you are the most ridiculous man we've ever seen. And when your self-esteem is in ashes, then you have my permission to cry. Good night!
Bane, everybody! Now, tell me, do you bleed? Because once a month, she does. It's the female version of Batman. Give it up for Catwoman.
Thank you, Joker. Or as I like to call you, Human Florida. You've never really been one for origin stories, but looking at you, I'd guess you're the guy who sold the last Joker his Oxycontin. You all may dismiss me as a crazy cat lady, but don't get it twisted. I'm a crazy cat woman. No one can resist my feline charm. I'm pure feline sexuality, like Heathcliff or Garfield. Every man in this room would pay to watch me spread out on my couch and try to lick my own genitals. I'll lick you all over with my dry, sandpapery tongue. Oh, you'll hate it so much. Just buy me a box full of sand to crap in first. Because I am that naughty. Shine a laser pointer on the floor and watch me go fucking nuts. I am a bad kitty. Mr. Freeze, your wife is a frigid, unresponsive woman who you can never even touch. And that was before she got sick. Meouch! Bane is here. Either that or they're making another Saw movie. You sacrificed your life for Talia al Ghul, and she repaid you by sleeping with Batman. What villain are you again? Killer Cuck? Christopher Nolan. Thanks for pulling your head out of Anne Hathaway's ass long enough to join us tonight. Casting her as one of your astronaut nerds, I understand. But Catwoman? I'm supposed to be the ultimate seductress, and you give me to the equivalent of putting your dick in tap water. Of course, as a British man, that's probably a huge turn on. Speaking of British people I wish would hurry up and die already, Alfred is here. Alfred's only real job seems to be Googling things from a cave. You've got a real saucy attitude for somebody who could be replaced by an iPhone strapped to a Roomba. But all kidding aside, Alfred is a really faithful servant, and he makes the most wonderful cup of morning after pills. How about a hand for Robin? Robin is the boy wonder, or as I like to call him, boy. I wonder if I should call child services. Lots of people imply that Batman and Robin have a sexual relationship, but that's silly. There's nothing weird about putting a child in underwear and making him wrestle criminals. Okay, enough about these idiots. Let's talk about the man of the hour. I've had quite a few run-ins with Batman, and all I can say is, thank God I'm hot. I steal jewels and get off with a warning, but if an elderly Jewish lady rips the tag off her mattress, he'll put that bitch in a wheelchair. That said, we do have a certain amount of history together, though. You and I, we've teamed up, if you catch my drift. We've fucked each other a bunch, if you know what I'm saying. Most cats always land on their feet, but I always land on his penis. And boy, is it hot. What could be more sensual than a cat and a bat having sex with each other? Picture that actually happening. Yes! All of that shrieking and hissing while he tries to echolocate my anal glands. You're starting to get the picture. You'll never change, and neither will I. We're destined to do this dance forever, kept apart by circumstance, but bonded by looking like we're on our way to a furry's funeral. So go ahead, Keep trying to stop me, Batsy. But there's one vault you'll never be able to keep me out of. And that's the one in your spank bank.
The Catwoman. Well, it just got cold in here. Must mean it's time for our next roaster. Please welcome Frosty the Blowman, Mr. Freeze.
Thank you, Jared Leto Joker. Do you have all of your toes? Because you frostbite. Seriously, no one likes you. You see, because I put ice in there. There's gonna be a lot of ice jokes. Shut up. Suicide Squad was terrible. That script read like it was written by underpaid interns. You see, because of winter, you see. I am Mr. Freeze, a brilliant scientist. In fact, my work in cryogenics won me the Snowbell Prize. Shut up! I am a mean villain because being ice is a real slippery slope. Yeah, that's a good one. That's a good one, yeah. Look at this collection of unique snowflakes. What a bunch of absolute zeros. If any of you get offended by my jokes, you should just chill. Stay cool. There's nothing to get furious about. Yeah. I can't stop making these puns. You make one for fun, and they just start to snowball. Damn it! The truth is that the machine that keeps my frozen wife alive is powered by cold puns. I have no choice. She'll die if I don't keep them coming at a brisk pace. Ah! I'm trying, Nora. I'm trying, baby. Christopher Nolan, there he is. Look at you, with the cute scarf and all that. Your movies are so full of hot air, they're killing the frozone layer. If you try to make any more Batman movies, I'll have to issue a fleece and desist. Yeah. That said, I was very tense during Memento. It was a real sweater. Winter clothes, you know, because shut up. Oh, I tell you, I'm a regular Andrew Ice Clay. Who knew I was so hilarious? Make room, Comedy Central. There's a new Eddie Murphy in town. Call me Jerry Seinfries, because this is a snow about nothing. Oh, damn it. Her vitals are dropping. She'll die if I don't keep things harsh. Did that one count? Like harsh weather? I'm so confused. Oh, Robin, there you are. I didn't see you. You're so short, you can only reach low Fahrenheit. It's a temperature thing, yeah. Your cape is so yellow, it's a song by my favorite band, Coldplay. Oh, and Catwoman, you're such an ice princess. If I gave you my heart, you'd let it go, let it go. So frigid, but so hot. How about a little Netflix and chill? Hey, how about this? After we play tonsil hockey, we can totally knock ski boots. And trust me when I tell you, I don't suffer from premature ejac frostulation. Yeah. Oh, and there he is back there, Alfred. Yeah, he's so old, he's been checked into a facility. Yeah, a hospice facility. And Bane, there you are. Bane, you are so hard to understand. Bane is a crazy, large, hairy gay man, yeah. He's a bipolar bear. And if this bear chased that pickpocketing catwoman off stage, this would be a real Winter's Tale. Yeah. Oh, I'm getting desperate. That's a deep-cut Shakespeare joke. Even though I'm more of a Robert Frost guy. Yeah. Okay, let's just plow through Batman before this bit thaws. Batman's victories are so predictable, he should play for the Harlem Snow Globetrotters. Oh, fuck. I know that one was bad, but the heart race is beginning to stabilize. Just a few more, and I can take some time off. Batman is a billionaire that answers to stockholders. You're not a hero, you're a C.E. Snow. You get it? Chief Executive Off-Icer. Your superpower is money. You're a typical slush fund kid. Yeah. Snow, in conclusion, people love you now, Batman. But remember, fame is fleeting. Yes, I've done it. She's alive. She's back from the dead. Yes, I have done it.
Here comes the big guy, the big boss. He's the guy who made Batman successful by sucking every last ounce of fun out of our universe. Christopher Nolan.
Thank you for that kind introduction, you excommunicated juggalo. It was truly an honor to be surrounded by so many characters that I created the only good version of. Here's how you know this version of the Joker is terrible. They cut him out of Suicide Squad. And that film was literally edited by a pile of cocaine. Fun fact, I made Memento about Warner Brothers executives. They have no short-term memory, and they keep making the same mistakes over and over again. But to be honest, I'm delighted they went with my personal choice of Zack Snyder to follow me up. I always knew the Batman trilogy was good, but it took Zack Snyder to make it look like a fucking masterpiece. Mr. Freeze is here. A lot of people asked why I didn't use you in my movies. Well, the answer is very simple. You're fucking stupid. You created a robot suit that's made out of diamonds. Diamonds. That's the worst idea you've had since Planet Hollywood. Your only real power is making it colder in a room. There's only one word for that, and it's called being British. You're the gayest thing that Joel Schumacher has ever done, and I once watched him take a shot of peppermint schnapps out of a Cabana Boy's butthole at a Bryan Singer pool party. Catwoman, hello. You're here looking lovely. I haven't seen you since I made you relevant again. Do you know how hard it was to power wash the memory of Halle Berry out of everyone's brains? You're the only time Anne Hathaway has ever been an upgrade over anybody. Let's see. So far, we've had a clown, a snowman, a kitty. Batman, do all of your enemies come from Elisa Frank Binder? Oh, and Bane is here. Thank fucking Christ, finally, a respectable villain. When last we saw Bane, he was full of tubes and dressed like a Republican luchador. But it was my genius idea to give him the world's spookiest sleep apnea machine and make him talk like a fancy blimp captain. You're quite welcome. And Robin, sweet, dumb Robin, so eager to be part of the team. Robin wanted to be in my movies, but I explained to him we already have a whiny, replaceable bitch, and her name is Katie Holmes. Maybe they can find a place for you when they reboot this mess after Justice League tanks. And who could forget Alfred? besides everyone. I didn't want to have Alfred in The Dark Knight, but it's British law that if you make a film, it has to have Michael Caine for a week phoning it in. You seem so embarrassed to be in a Batman movie, and yet you were in Austin Powers 3. That was the Dark Knight Rises of the Austin Powers trilogy. Just simply awful. You almost ruined Beyonce. And that's difficult. Even I like lemonade. And now we come to the man of the hour, Batman himself. Batman, we've come a long way together. When I met you, you were a mess. You couldn't turn your head. Your suit had weird little nipples on it. And you hung out with Chris O'Donnell. You were so boring, your only catchphrase was, "I'm Batman." But I knew what fans really wanted out of you. 3-hour runtimes, growling, philosophical discussions worthy of only the deepest high school students. Remember Batman not as he is now, poorly written and making that one face Ben Affleck makes. But remember how good he used to be. And remember who made him that way. Because Batman will never be that cool again. Ta-ta.
Wow, Christopher Nolan, everyone. Your jokes really reminded me of Inception because they put me into a deep REM sleep. Our next roaster is Batman's Ward, which I believe is old person talk for power bottom. Please welcome Robin.
Hey, Mr. Nolan. I saw Interstellar, and I'm sorry to say, I thought it was a bunch of pretentious fiddle-faddle. But then I bypassed the parental lock on my back computer, and according to YouTube, I'm stupid. Boy, you do really learn something new every day. Oh, and Mr. Freeze, you goof. Why would you choose a villain name that sounds like an ice cream truck? The only thing colder than your hideout is my bedroom when Batman takes away the blankets and says, "Real ninjas don't need heat." Well, I mean, I think that's what he says. When he drinks, he gets really mumbly. I'm always afraid. Bane. More like lame. Get it? Because you suck. Please laugh. He'll hit me if you don't. Holy purring pussycats, it's the Catwoman. You know, they say Catwoman doesn't have superpowers, but that can't be true because every time I look at her, my costume shrinks. Holy nostalgia moment, Batman. You know, I really do miss the good old days in the 60s. Back then, we weren't worried about being dark or edgy. We were just light and gay. By gay, of course, I mean happy, but also the regular fun kind of gay. We had some good times, you and I. Running around with giant bombs and sliding down poles and doing the crazy finger dance. But then you changed. Started wearing black and listening to Prince, and you didn't have time for old Robin anymore. You have to let me back in these movies. I need this. And making that cop's middle name Robin doesn't count. That's the kid from 500 Days of Summer, the movie that Batman makes me watch to get him in the mood. What am I gonna do? Get a job? I didn't go to school. I was busy. Fighting a penguin man. I mean, holy phallus, Batman. You know, it's time that old Robin got some time to shine on his own. And we can start with the Robin signal. Yeah. What's that? Up in the sky? projected onto the dark Gotham clouds. It's a big old bird! Woo! Holy fuck, y'all, I'm out.
The boy wonder. And now, without further ado, the man of the hour, the ebony to my ivory, the Tegan to my Sarah. It's Batman.
Hello. I'm Batman. Look, joking around really isn't my thing, so I'll keep this short and sweet. My parents are dead. I know. Pity points like to get that out of the way early. It's been sad seeing all of you try to throw shade at an orphan, but you can't throw shade at me. I live in a cave. It's all shade. You think I'm afraid of some insults? I took down the Scarecrow. I kicked Superman's ass. I fought 100 penguins with tiny rocket launchers strapped to their backs. It happened, and it was weird. Your jokes tonight have killed less than I do. Hi, Alfred. I bet you're super proud of me for being social tonight. Alfred's always getting on my case for not settling down. But you know what's cool, Alfred? Being single and being a billionaire. You think DiCaprio gets lectures from his butler? No way. That's why he's always on a yacht with mad babes. Unrelated though, you know who's cool? Bruce Wayne. I really wish he would add me on Facebook. He's so cool. Alfred, where's my dinner? I'm getting hungry. Where is it? Where is it? Oracle, have Robin remind Lucius to make Alfred tell Commissioner Gordon to order me a pizza. It's hard being a loner sometimes. Bane, hello. The first time we met, you really kicked my ass. The second time we met, I punched you in the inhaler and you went down like a sack of rocks. I don't know why I didn't think of that in the first place. I mean, really dumb for the world's greatest detective to not at least give that a try. But I do have to thank you. You helped me rediscover my passion for hitting people in the face. Oh. Hey, Selena. I mean, Catwoman. You know, I've really tried to let you down over the years, pretending it was all bad stuff. But I guess I have to give it to you straight. Go away! I can't seem to get rid of you. You're like warts or robins. I'm the morally ambiguous one who sneaks around in black. That's my thing. I need my space! Most cats have 9 lives. Please try to get at least 1. Mr. Freeze. I'll never forget the first time I was fighting Mr. Freeze, and he said, "Let's make this interesting, Batman." So I stopped fighting Mr. Freeze. One of the Robins is here. Robin, it's time I broke the news to you. I'm kind of in the market for a new Robin. I'm sorry, old friend. Can anyone in the audience do a cartwheel? Show of hands, anybody. You're hired. Old Robin, give new Robin your thong after the show's over. Just watch it first. I see Christopher Nolan is here to look down on all of us. Not because he's tall or dead, it's just he's very condescending. But you know, it's cute how you've tried to distance yourself from me since your Batman movies. Not even Marvel can top me. Iron Man is me with a drinking problem. It's true. Punisher is me, but less interesting. Hawkeye is me, but terrible. Awful. So get it through your skulls, people. I'm not just popular. I'm not just successful. I'm not just eternal. I'm Batman!
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for coming tonight. But before you go, I've got just one question for all of you. This was unexpected.
Peekaboo. You look like shit. No, we're not done here yet. No. You see, once upon a time, comic book movies were silly. They were kid stuff. But then I came along and I was beautiful. They gave me an Oscar even after I died. Everybody loved me. And then you came along and you ruined it. Look at you. You're a fucking clown. And I am a fucking clown. You see, this acting thing, it's not that hard. Just steal from the greats like me. Lord knows I borrowed some of my moves. My whole act is just Beetlejuice after he's eaten a huge spoonful of peanut butter. It's showtime! It's showtime! You see, that's how it is. But you, all you stole from is a Hot Topic focus group. The news went crazy all over the little stunts you did, didn't they? Mailing used condoms to Margot Robbie. Or taking a dump in Will Smith's shoe. An actor shows up and does his job, and they don't bat an eye because that's all part of the plan. But you go around prancing like Daniel Day-Lewis, and everybody loses their mind. I tried to forget, but the hate, it dug into my brain and drove me so mad I couldn't take it. So I put a razor in my mouth. And I opened up these old wounds so that even when you make me furious, I'm always smiling. And now when I look at you, I don't think that weasel is tarnishing my legacy. I just look at your silly, fake tattoos and your lack of screen time, and I laugh and laugh and laugh. And I say, why so fucking stupid? No, this won't do. This roast deserves a better class of comedian, and I'm going to give it to them. Good evening, people of Gotham. I just flew in from Barbara Gordon's apartment, and boy, are her legs tired. Let's see, who do we have here? Oh, good, no one worth fucking mentioning. That's better. Hello, Bats. I haven't seen you in a while. You know, I've been watching you. When we last met, I proved that you could be broken by making you kill Harvey Dent. And I'm here to tell you, you can stop killing people anytime now. I proved my point. I won. I figured you'd retire, but you just said fuck it and turned into the fucking Punisher. Batman, of course, has one other rule. No guns. Except for, you know, all those times he used guns. You know, Bruce, it still counts as shooting someone if the gun is attached to your car. Oh, boy. This is the most fun I've had since I hosted the roast of Rachel Dawes. Everyone thinks I hate you. I don't hate you. I need you. Without you, life would be so boring. You complete me. You had me at hello. I'm just a clown, standing in front of a bat, asking him to love me. Hell, if you play your cards right, maybe I'll let you do the old disappearing pencil trick on me. In my butt. You see, Batman is only good when I'm good. You get the Joker you deserve, not the one you need. So let's hear it for the man of the hour. The peanut butter to my jelly. The detonator to my dynamite vest. Ladies and gentlemen, I love this man. And to show it, I have one last surprise for him. Please join me in welcoming Martha and Thomas Wayne. I'm just kidding, your parents are dead. Good night, everybody.